2026 Mississippi DMV Permit Test 1826 questions and complete answers. Question 1. If it is necessary to make an emergency stop while driving on an interstate, you should: Option A, sound your horn at passing cars to get their attention. Option B, get out of your vehicle and flag down the first vehicle that passes. Option C, pull off the road, turn on your emergency flashers, and stay in your vehicle if you can. The correct answer is option C. Pull off the road, turn on your emergency flashers, and stay in your vehicle if you can. Explanation: if you must stop on the shoulder of the interstate or highway, turn on your emergency flashers to warn other drivers and stay inside your vehicle if you can. The extremely high speed of traffic makes standing or walking along an interstate highway very dangerous. Question 2. Unless otherwise posted, the maximum speed limit on a rural interstate is: Option A, 70 miles per hour. Option B, 55 miles per hour. Option C, 40 miles per hour. The correct answer is option 70 miles per hour. Explanation: when driving on a rural interstate, the speed limit is 70 miles per hour. If a different speed limit is posted, follow the posted speed limit. Question 3. There is no crosswalk and you see a pedestrian crossing your lane ahead. You should: Option A, make eye contact with and then pass the pedestrian. Option B, slow down as you pass the pedestrian. Option C, stop and let the pedestrian finish crossing the street. The correct answer is option C. Stop and let the pedestrian finish crossing the street. Explanation: at an intersection where traffic is not controlled by traffic signal lights, drivers are required to yield the right-of-way to pedestrians within any crosswalk, marked or unmarked. Even if there is no crosswalk, yield to the pedestrian. Question 4. When crossing a sidewalk to enter traffic from an alley or driveway, drivers should: Option A, stop only if pedestrians are on the sidewalk. Option B, stop before driving onto the sidewalk or sidewalk area. Option C, expect pedestrians on the sidewalk to yield the right-of-way. The correct answer is option B. Stop before driving onto the sidewalk or sidewalk area. Explanation: when leaving an alley, driveway, or parking lot to enter a roadway, you must stop before driving onto a sidewalk or sidewalk area. Pedestrians and existing traffic have the right-of-way. Question 5. At a crosswalk, option A, you must yield to pedestrians. Option B, pedestrians must yield to you. Option C, construction workers must yield to you. The correct answer is option A. You must yield to pedestrians. Explanation: pedestrians have the right-of-way at street crossings, but must obey traffic control signals. Where a traffic signal is not present, vehicles must stop for pedestrians in a crosswalk, whether it is marked or unmarked. Question 6. There are oncoming vehicles to your left and a row of parked vehicles to your right. You should steer: Option A, closer to the oncoming vehicles than the parked vehicles. Option B, closer to the parked vehicles than the oncoming vehicles. Option C, a middle course between the oncoming and parked vehicles. The correct answer is option C, a middle course between the oncoming and parked vehicles. Explanation: if there are oncoming vehicles to your left and a row of parked vehicles to your right, the best thing to do is to split the difference. Steer a middle course between the oncoming cars and the parked cars. Question 7. A broken yellow center line means that: Option A, passing is not permitted. Option B, passing on the right is permitted when the way ahead is clear. Option C, passing on the left is permitted when the way ahead is clear. The correct answer is option C. Passing on the left is permitted when the way ahead is clear. Explanation: a broken yellow center line means that a driver may cross the center line to pass another vehicle on the left as long as there is no oncoming traffic. Drivers should never cross a solid yellow center line in order to pass. Question 8. You may be able to identify an aggressive driver by: Option A, their erratic and improper lane changes. Option B, the number of passengers in their car. Option C, their tendency to drive slowly. The correct answer is option A, their erratic and improper lane changes. Explanation: while driving, you should remain aware of the actions of surrounding drivers. If you notice an aggressive driver nearby making erratic or improper lane changes, you should not challenge them. The safest way to handle an aggressive driver is to get out of their way. Question 9. If there is no crosswalk and you see a pedestrian crossing your lane, you should: Option A, make sure the pedestrian can see you before proceeding. Option B, cautiously drive around the pedestrian. Option C, stop and let the pedestrian finish crossing. The correct answer is option C. Stop and let the pedestrian finish crossing. Explanation: drivers must always yield the right of way to pedestrians in the roadway, even if there is not a marked crosswalk. Question 10. Which of these statements is true about changing lanes? Option A, you only need to turn and look over your right shoulder for lane changes to the right or left. Option B, look over your right shoulder for a right lane change and your left shoulder for a left lane change. Option C, vehicles with two outside mirrors do not have blind spots. The correct answer is option B. Look over your right shoulder for a right lane change and your left shoulder for a left lane change. Explanation: before changing lanes, signal, look in all of your mirrors, and look over your left or right shoulder to make sure the lane next to you is clear. Looking over your shoulder is a way to check your blind spot to be sure there is no vehicle, motorcycle, or bicycle traffic in the next lane. Question 11. This yellow warning sign means: Option A, you're approaching a school or school crosswalk. Option B, slow down, drive with caution, and watch for children. Option C, both of the above. The correct answer is option C, both of the above. Explanation: this sign is placed on roads near schools to warn drivers to slow down, drive with caution, and watch for children. Question 12. When driving on the highway, consistently looking far ahead of your vehicle. Option A, helps you keep up with traffic. Option B, reduces the need for last-minute braking or turning. Option C, allows you to spot upcoming police officers. The correct answer is option B, reduces the need for last-minute braking or turning. Explanation: to avoid the need for last-minute braking or turning, consistently watch the road far ahead of your vehicle. By looking ahead and being ready to stop or change lanes if needed, you can drive more safely, save fuel, and help keep traffic moving at a steady pace. Question 13. Before switching on the ignition, you should: Option A, buckle your safety belt. Option B, be sure all passengers have buckled their safety belts. Option C, both of the above. The correct answer is option C, both of the above. Explanation: develop a routine for entering and leaving your car. Before switching on the ignition, buckle your safety belt and see that all passengers do likewise. Question 14. When passing another vehicle, you should return to your original lane 1. Option A, you can see both headlights of the passed vehicle in your rearview mirror. Option B, you have cleared the front bumper of the passed vehicle. Option C, you are 50 feet in front of the passed vehicle. The correct answer is option A. You can see both headlights of the passed vehicle in your rearview mirror. Explanation: when passing another vehicle, move back into your original lane only when you can see the passed vehicle's headlights in your rearview mirror. This ensures that you will have enough room to safely pull back in front of the other vehicle. Question 15. You enter a designated turn lane to make a left turn at an upcoming intersection. There is oncoming traffic. You should: Option A, move to the left of the center lane. Option B, signal before you arrive at the intersection. Option C, turn your front wheels to the left to be prepared to turn. The correct answer is option B, signal before you arrive at the intersection. Explanation: when making a left turn, you should always begin signaling about 100 feet before the turn. You should keep your front wheels aiming straight ahead until it is safe to start your turn. This ensures that you will not be pushed into oncoming traffic if another vehicle hits you from behind. Question 16. When making a left turn, you should not: Option A, signal to other drivers. Option B, cut the corner. Option C, slow down. The correct answer is option B, cut the corner. Explanation: when turning left, activate your turn signal and begin to slow down at least 100 feet before making the turn. Be careful not to cut the corner short, as doing so may interfere with other vehicles. Question 17. If two drivers arrive at the same time to a four-way intersection controlled by stop signs, option A, the driver on the right is the right-of-way. Option B, the driver on the left is the right-of-way. Option C, one driver may continue driving without stopping. The correct answer is option A. The driver on the right has the right-of-way. Explanation: yield the right-of-way to a driver on your right if both of you arrive to a four-way intersection at the same time. You may then proceed when it is safe to do so. Question 18. This yellow sign means option A, there is a sharp turn to the right. Option B, the lane must turn right. Option C, a right turn is permitted on a green arrow only. The correct answer is option A. There is a sharp turn to the right. Explanation: some warning signs have a fluorescent yellow-green background. These signs warn of upcoming conditions, including roads with curves and sharp turns. Question 19. When driving at night on a dimly lit street, you should: option A, drive slowly enough that you can stop within the area illuminated by your headlights. Option B, turn on your high-beam headlights to better see the vehicles ahead of you. Option C, keep the instrument panel lights bright to be more visible to other drivers. The correct answer is option A. Drive slowly enough that you can stop within the area illuminated by your headlights. Explanation: you should drive more slowly at night than during the day because it is not possible to see as far ahead at night. You should make sure that you can stop within the area illuminated by your headlights. Question 20. When approaching a school bus stop with its stop arm extended and red lights flashing, drivers should: option A, come to a complete stop and wait to proceed. Option B, hunt their horn before passing the bus on its left. Option C, continue driving when they think most kids are probably done exiting the bus. The correct answer is option A. Come to a complete stop and wait to proceed. Explanation: when approaching a school bus that has stopped on the road with its stop arm extended and its red lights flashing, come to a complete stop. Remain stopped until the stop arm is retracted and the red lights are turned off. Question 21. Which of the following statements about blind spots is true? Option A, blind spots are eliminated if you have one outside mirror. Option B, large trucks have bigger blind spots than most passenger vehicles. Option C, blind spots can be checked by looking in your rearview mirror. The correct answer is option B. Large trucks have bigger blind spots than most passenger vehicles. Explanation: even if a vehicle is properly equipped with rear view and outside mirrors, it still has blind spots that cannot be seen in the mirrors. Large trucks have much larger blind spots than most passenger vehicles. Question 22. Only blank can lower blood alcohol concentration, BAC, and reduce alcohol's effects on a body. Option A, drinking caffeine. Option B, eating foods high in fat. Option C, time. The correct answer is option C. Explanation: the only way to sober up after drinking alcohol is to allow time for your body to eliminate the alcohol in your system. Nothing you can do, including eating and drinking, can accelerate this process. Question 23. When driving under snowy or icy conditions, option A, it is safe to use your cruise control. Option B, make speed and directional changes more gradually than you would otherwise. Option C, drive as you would under normal conditions. The correct answer is option B. Make speed and directional changes more gradually than you would otherwise. Explanation: when driving under snowy or icy conditions, you should make speed and directional changes gradually. Never use cruise control when driving on snow or ice because your tires may lose contact with the road and you will lose control of your vehicle. Question 24. If you become drowsy while driving, you should: option A, try to fight it. Option B, take a break. Option C, take some caffeine pills. The correct answer is option B. Take a break. A. Explanation: if you start to feel tired while driving, drive to the first available rest stop or service area to take a break, nap, stretch, or change drivers. You should not rely on caffeine pills or energy drinks, as these are not a replacement for rest and may make your driving even more dangerous. Question 25. As your speed increases, it is important to: option A, turn on your headlights. Option B, look well ahead of your vehicle. Option C, change lanes frequently. The correct answer is option B, look well ahead of your vehicle. Explanation: your vehicle's stopping distance increases as your speed increases. When driving at high speeds, it is important to look well ahead of your vehicle to allow yourself space to safely react to hazardous situations. Question 26. If you are continually being passed on the right and the left while driving in the center lane of an expressway, you should: Option A, stay in the center lane. Option B, move to the lane on your right. Option C, move to the lane on your left. The correct answer is option B, move to the lane on your right. Explanation: if a road has 4 or more lanes with two-way traffic, drive in the right lanes unless you are passing or turning left. If you are on an interstate highway and are driving below the speed of the flow of traffic, use the right lane.